Nick Foles, Arizona.
Jay Ajayi, Boise State.
Alshon Jeffrey, South Carolina.
Nelson Aguilar, Southern Cal.
Torrey Smith, Maryland.
Zach Ertz, Stanford.
Halapulavati Vaitai, TCU.
Stefan Wisniewski, Penn State.
Jason Kelsey, Cincinnati.
Brandon Brooks, Miami University.
Lane Johnson, Oklahoma.
Sacks last year, 8 as a rookie 2 seasons ago. Darren Sproles in the backfield, 3rd down and 12. Wentz can't find anyone, spins away, under pressure, still on his feet. Now he fires downfield and it's caught by Nelson Aguilar for an Eagles touchdown. 58 yards.
Put that all on Carson Wentz. He made this happen with the time that he bought himself after this pocket started to collapse. And this is what you get when you have Carson Wentz. We saw this in the preseason. We saw this at times last season. And it's so hard on a defense to stick with a receiver this long. Nelson Aguilar catches the pump, the fly ball, and makes one guy miss. Touchdown, Eagles. Quick start for this Philadelphia offense.
As the Eagles shift. Blunt set up to the right of Wentz. On 3rd down, Wentz throws. There is a flag as Blunt walks it into the end zone. But we'll check with the referee, Brad Allen. It's against the Redskins. It's declined. Eagles extend their lead. Wentz with his 2nd touchdown pass of the first half, this time to LeGarrette Blount.
Well, here's the neutral zone infraction. And it looked like Ioannidis was just lined up in the neutral zone, but Washingtonians that he could be a franchise quarterback. What better way to do that than your first game of the season in a 2-minute drive?
2nd down and 3. Cousins hit as he throws. Ball is loose. It's Fletcher Cox who takes it in for an Eagles touchdown. On the 4th Redskins turnover of this game.
Well, he's claiming that he threw this football. Brandon Graham coming off the edge. No team in football affected the pocket more than the Philadelphia Eagles last year. Brandon Graham was an all-pro type of player, and he goes right by Morgan Moses, and I think that is going to stand as a fumble. Fletcher Cox picks it up, rumbles into the end zone for a touchdown for Philadelphia.
Cousins thinks his arm is moving forward. Now all scoring plays and turnovers are reviewed. We welcome those of you who have just joined us from Chicago. Bears and Falcons, Kenny Albert, Rondé Barber, Christina Pink. Kirk Cousins hit on the throw.
Fumble is under further review.
Alberto Riveron, the new Senior Vice President of Officiating.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. It is a fumble. Touchdown.
Wow, what a flip of emotions there up here. I guess I was right. Sorry, Mike, I on 2nd and 3rd views, I kind of agreed with you that his hand was coming forward, but the very first picture that we saw, that ball looked like it was coming out of his hand before he...
Wentz looking left, firing left for Jeffrey. He's got it! Penalty on the play, and he is going to be down at the 1. They were going at Phillip Gaines, and let's see the penalty.
Power of the pass, holding, defense number 23. The penalty, touchdown!
Oh, that's a touchdown.
So why shouldn't that be a touchdown?
That's 100%.
Ruling on the field, the ball is dead at the 1-yard line. First down, Philadelphia.
Oh, we have a challenge play. Doug Peterson rightfully challenging this. Let's go to Los Angeles with our rules expert, Dean Blandino. Dean, what do you got for us here?
After review, it is a touchdown. Philadelphia is not charged with a timeout.
14 seconds left. Wentz back looking, firing now, end zone, touchdown! The first catch of the day for Nelson Aguilar, who had career highs in catches and yards last week.
I don't envision him getting stopped in this situation. So his shin was down, no touchdown, 3rd and goal. Here he is, plowing for the touchdown. And a flag came down at the very end of the play. But Garrett Blunt, as I was saying before, just knows how to find the end zone. Now 3rd down and goal. Pass is caught for the touchdown. Zach Ertz. Now they come right back to him. They motion him across. He's going to start like he's going to go to the flat, but he gets then inside on that zone look with the defense and a lot of hands in there. That was a much tougher play. The previous one was for 41 yards against Eli Apple when he was covering Alshon Jeffrey. That was in the first half. Now from the 15. Handoff is to Clemens. The rookie smells it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. You see Stefan Wisniewski, the left guard. He pulls Jason Kelsey. He gets just enough to create the space on the edge. And I tell you, Corey Clement getting his opportunity even after bobbling the ball on that other possession. And Doug Peterson sticking with it. For Elliott, 56. This to win it and become an instant hero in Philadelphia. Jake Elliott. Is it good? It is good! Philadelphia wins it!
Right personnel grouping, and we have the right call made.
Now it's 2nd and goal at the 7. They were at the 4. In motion is Alshon Jeffrey. The pass up the middle, and it is caught. Touchdown by Jeffrey. So the Eagles don't take that much long to take advantage of the Chargers' turnover. The fumble by Rivers. And Jeffrey with the touchdown. And the Charger fans by a wide margin today. Big play here. And they give it a Smallwood touchdown. Wendell Smallwood. Nothing fancy. Boy, he being called upon to fulfill a lot of the duties of Darren Sproles, who's lost the season as a versatile back out of the backfield. And he has delivered today to help the Eagles, and a big touchdown here with 9:14 to go, and they lead 25-17, putting more pressure on that Charger offense. 3-yard run.
See what they can do in striking distance, spotted at the 15.
And you'll hear everybody say that's where the quarterbacks make their money, situationally, on 3rd downs and in the red zones. Big point of emphasis for Carson Wentz this offseason.
Wentz floating one for the end zone. Catch. It's a touchdown, Trey Burton.
Talk about Zach Ertz, and it's Trey Burton working against Dayon Buchanan. You know, that's a matchup that I think that kind of favors Arizona. Watch the release again. He's on top of Dayon Buchanan right away. They're wide open right there. You saw Torrey Smith threw up his arms 4 yards down the field, signal touchdown.
Burton had to make sure that he stayed in bounds and controlled the football, and it certainly looked like he did. The official, and he's not even through game 5 this year. Boy, when he said he wanted to improve that area, he wasn't kidding. 3rd down here. They need 6. Carson Wentz. Catch made. End zone. It's a touchdown. Zach Ertz. He's going deep in the middle of the field. Torrey Smith. And Torrey Smith is in for an Eagles touchdown. "59-yard touchdown, catch and carry. Baseball postseason. Eagles season looking good. His offense get the ball back. Bruce Arians wanted, but here's a chance for his Cardinal defense on 3rd and 19 to force a mistake and help
recognize the screen element, and they had it set up on each side of the field.
Well, it may not have come as early as Bruce Arians wanted, but here's a chance for his Cardinal defense on 3rd and 19 to force a mistake and help his offense get the ball back. The blitz is on, and Wentz has time and floats it for Aguilar, who makes the catch on the run. Nelson Aguilar puts a move on, and yes, that's an Eagles touchdown.
When you bring
72.
pressure, you leave people in man-to-man situations, and they caught Nelson Aguilar with Budda Baker, a safety, in one-on-one. And that's what happens. And here's Nelson Aguilar here. Here's Budda Baker right here. He's going to play safety. And that's a matchup that really favors Philadelphia. He's anticipating going deep, but there he is. The old saying, when you're even, you're leaving. And Nelson Aguilar got on top of Budda Baker quick.
And they did some maneuvering.
This Eagles offense, it spreads it out now on 3rd and goal. Wentz across the middle, and it's Ertz for the touchdown. Leading it at 21-16. Low snap. Wentz fields it. Hits his target. Taken off as Aguilar. Look at that burst for the touchdown.
Carolina a week ago Thursday, sacked 3 times, hit 8 other times. He has really earned the respect of his teammates with that toughness. Going for a deep ball. Has a man behind the defense. It's caught for a touchdown. The rookie, Mac Hollins, with his first career touchdown, 64 yards.
That summarizes Carson Wentz. We talked about it in the open. He is not tough. He is North Dakota tough. The man just gets smashed, and he gets up the next play and throws a bomb for a touchdown. He did it against the Chargers. He did it against the Panthers, and he does it again in the Washington Redskins on a beautiful double move against DJ Swearinger. You earn a lot of respect with your football team when you can make a play like that. Has put in plays. I have seen them run at North Dakota State. Wentz has got them in this offense.
And they've used him effectively. He's had a lot more input into the offense this year as he's learned more, and the coaches have more faith in his ability. Make adjustments to the line of scrimmage. In the flat, nice move, and Zach Ertz gives Philadelphia its first lead of the night.
That's a great receiver, and he's had great success against the Redskins. 5 touchdown catches for Ertz.
Goal try. The Eagles trying to take the largest lead of the night for either team. If they can go up by 2 scores, they'd like the touchdown from the 9-yard line. Wentz stays on his feet, gets it off, and it's a touchdown. Corey Clement, the rookie out of Wisconsin.
Carson Wentz is unbelievable. That's the same play that they featured at North Dakota State. He went to Doug Peterson. He said, I want to put this play in our offense. They threw it for a touchdown against the Giants, and now they throw it for a touchdown against the Redskins. And how about that pocket toughness? How does he get away from all these free rushers and make throws like that?
Big and strong, great pocket presence. Another inside fake and another touchdown. Fourth of the night thrown by Wentz. This one to Nelson Aguilar.
One of the things you always look for in quarterbacks is recognition, communication, execution. He read the defense all the way.
First and goal from the 1. Wentz to the end zone. Touchdown. Wide open. Zach Ertz. The ball first following halftime. 49ers facing a 3rd down and 7. Picked off by Jalen Mills. Mills stays in bounds. He's inside the 10. To the end zone. Touchdown.
31 to the left of your screen is Jalen Mills, and he's reading that route the whole way. That's what you call as a defensive back cluing, meaning you see the receiver with one eye, the quarterback with the other eye, and you've got everything in focus. So when he saw the break and the football, he was making the cut before the receiver could get his eyes back to the ball. Survived and kept the number and made the team as an undrafted free agent.
Out of Wisconsin, and now Wentz going deep. What a catch by Alshon Jeffrey. He's in. Touchdown.
"50-50 balls." I've heard some Eagle fans grumble and say he doesn't go up and get it like we thought he would, but he did on that play. He saw it the whole way. Witherspoon, number 23, did not. He was able to come back, make a play on the ball, and then as a big body receiver, 6'3", nearly 220 pounds, fights his way through the attempted tackle of Brock Coyle into the end zone.
2. Movement prior to the snap as Blunt takes it in for an Eagles touchdown. We'll check on the flag.
Offside. Defense. Fouls decline. Goal to play is a touchdown.
Well, the conditions aren't perfect, a little bit wet. But like the great horse Exaggerator, 2016 won Santa Anita, the Preakness of the Haskell, all in a sea of mud.
As he looks to extend the play.
And Wentz said it's a fine line. He will take a little time holding on to the ball, but he believes he can make a play.
Flips it downfield. Oh, perfect touch to Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 32 yards. Wentz on target with a floater.
Second time Ajayi's in the game. They play action with him, draw the attention, and then after the play fake, Wentz has got his eyes down the field under pressure from Miller, but going right after Aqib Talib after Talib's penalty for holding that kept the drive alive.
The first quarter of games, Philadelphia has outscored the opponent 57-12. They get off to great starts, and it carries over. They're 7-1. Play action. Wentz underneath. Clement.
Corey Clement takes it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. Everything is working for Philly.
Tremendous play by Clement as he was supposed to block Von Miller. Watch Von Miller, left side of the screen. He goes right by Clement. Good read by Wentz on the screen. And it's a walk-in for the rookie Corey Clement.
Second receiving touchdown. Still disagreeing with the officials' view. Corey Clement in the backfield on a 4-receiver set for Philly. Wentz lofts it. Touchdown to Trey Burton. Carson Wentz with a strike.
That's number 3 for Wentz in the first half.
Well, he gets the mismatch he wanted. Tight end on the linebacker, Marshall. Check out possession here. This is real close. He never loses control of the ball as he hits the ground, as he squeezes it between his legs and brings it into his stomach.
The previous play is under review.
The longer they stay on headset, that usually means there's going to be a reversal.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
In this case, Sterator took care of business rather quickly. They looked at
on the field, which is totally legal and really smart.
Jay Ajayi, we were told, will line up for about 12 plays. This is a big one.
Ajayi looking for the angle. Ajayi dives. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi in his Philadelphia debut. Dynamic run for Ajayi.
And again, following his blockers, but there's no Bronco anywhere near until at about the 2-yard line as Stewart comes over. Question is, did he get the ball inside the pylon? Ball in the outside hand reaches over. The officials had to look at it. And you notice that the...
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Ajayi tastes the end zone for the first time this year.
13th play of the drive. First and goal for Philadelphia.
Option. Clement untouched for the score. Touchdown, Eagles. Dominating performance for this Philadelphia offense.
Well, it's an option play, and they're going to force Von Miller to make a decision. He's going to go after Wentz. Wentz sees it, pitches it cleanly back to Clement. Block on the outside by Hollins. And Clements is in the end zone for the second time today.
On 3rd and 3.
Wentz steps and throws. Touchdown! Alshon Jeffrey. The Eagles are pouring it on.
From the 4. With 4:49 to play. Clement in the backfield already has 2 touchdowns today. Clement fights into the end zone. Number 3 for the rookie Corey Clement. Philadelphia has put a 50-burger on the board.
It's a good call.
22-yard gain. Back to the ground they go. Working his way through the middle is Barner, and he's in for the touchdown. So Barner has the big reception. Now goes through the celebration. They go 75 on 8 plays. Takes him a little over 4 minutes to take the lead.
Came up to him on the sideline in Kansas City and said, "You got the second half." I think he was a little stunned, but loved it, and obviously is paying dividends now.
2nd and 2 from the 11-yard line. Through the middle with a gaping hole into the end zone goes Corey Clement for the touchdown. So they make a first down on a 3rd and 1. Get the long play down the left sideline and go all the way in. And like in the first half, as in the first half, their opening drive of this half is a beauty.
In the first half.
Clement comes into the backfield. He had a touchdown and a 2-point conversion on the last drive. Big 3rd and 5. Ertz in the pocket coming away, throws on the run, flag is thrown, and that's Torrey Smith who had crossed the goal line. So the signal is a touchdown, and we'll see about the flag. There have only been 2 accepted penalties in the entire game to this point. Vinovich.
Prior to the pass, holding.
Defense number 30. Penalties declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
And that's Anthony Brown.
We see this more and more around the NFL. Wide receivers going outside and hopping back inside, or going inside and hopping back outside, and then Anthony Brown just grabbed and held. But we have continued to see some explosive plays out of Carson Wentz. You just never see young quarterbacks play great in the red zone. It just doesn't happen.
Kicking situation, the Eagles, as Doug Peterson said to Michelle Tafoy at halftime, are going to go for it in these situations. LeGarrette Blount in the backfield. Wentz trying to convert on 4th down, and what a catch by Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey into the end zone on 4th down. 3 possessions this half for the Eagles, all 3 resulting in touchdowns.
We'll watch his knee in a second, but watch this catch. Oh my goodness. Wow. He catches the ball and falls very close. Bobbled it for 1 second, pulls it back in. When does the knee hit? Right there, probably short. Eagles have been able to run it so effectively that everything's been working here in the second half.
Oh, yeah. And look out. Prescott was the arm coming forward. They say the play is still alive. And this is Browner who's going to run it in for the touchdown. At least for the moment. Chris Long created the fumble. And that is the ruling on the field right now as they envelop Prescott. Ruled a fumble and a touchdown. Chris Long last year with New England earned a ring there, came over in free agency with Philadelphia, and he creates this. Here he is.
Look at Derek Barnett stretch and get that bicep, and the ball comes out and goes backwards. So this bevy of pass rushers continues to hunt, and Byron Bell, the one beaten on that play. So the left tackle position without Tyron Smith continues to be the issue.
And he picks up a big first down.
In the red zone this year, Philadelphia is the best team in the league. #1. That's where they are now on 1st down. Wentz steps up. Fire! Touchdown! Zach Ertz. The bottom of your screen. Lined up against Fuller. Wentz looking that way. Instead, they'll come up to the near side. Aguilar makes the catch. Racing end zone. Diving! Touchdown!
Who's fully invested and able to tell the coach and articulate what he likes and why.
Also a head coach to be egoless and allow it to happen. 2nd down. Wentz pump fake over the middle. Floats it. Touchdown. It's Jeffrey.
So here's Jeffrey. Watch him move into the end zone. But how about the touch on the pass by Wentz? He's got to throw it over the top of Christian Jones. I believe San Francisco as well.
Bears are the other team.
It's going to be Cleveland and the Bears, but that's understandable. Their seasons have gone awry. Here, that's a little bit different.
There's a Jai, big hole. Jai breaks through inside the 5, and he fumbled. It's loose. Eagles pick it up. Did they secure it? Touchdown! It's all going right.
There's the hustle by Crayvon LeBlanc, and that creates another fumble by the Eagles. And Nelson Aguilar grabs it in the end zone. John Timu comes over to fight with him, but they determined Aguilar had the football.
Right now.
Michael Bennett comes back in, missed a couple of plays. Clement in the backfield. 3 receivers all set to the left side. Play clock at 1. They blitz. Wentz steps up, avoids it, throws to the end zone, caught. Aguilar for the touchdown. over Maxwell again to make it a one-possession game. What a night for Aguilar. 27 yards on what was a 3rd and 14.
Al, that was all pretty good, wasn't it? Those 2 throws, escaping the pressure, keeping his eyes up the field, and finding a little space down the field for Aguilar. Carson Wentz has been brilliant all year on that drive.
In the NFL, 88%. One-on-one up top. Wentz, touchdown, Selleck. And what an answer from Philadelphia. Pass over the middle. It is caught for the touchdown. That's Trey Burton. Boy, he was well covered, and Carson Wentz just threw a beautiful pass for the touchdown. Now getting a little chippy down there on the field, and Trey Burton, they have the perfect route called as a defender there, jumps to the outside. John Johnson, Ogletree trying to get underneath it. He's never able to even get turned around to see if the ball is in flight. And Carson Wentz makes another perfect throw. How the Eagles, after that opening possession interception, Carson Wentz, he's been excellent. 3rd down, Wentz throws, pass, caught, end zone, Burton. Touchdown. I don't know. I think I would take the 3 points. 4th and goal. Wentz, time runs out. Passes to Jeffrey for the touchdown. What a catch right off the top of the grass. And a new franchise record for Philadelphia's Carson Wentz has his 33rd touchdown of the season. It's one heck of a catch. He caught both ends of the football. It was behind him. And how that even got there was pretty amazing. The time in the pocket for Wentz, a lot of protection, allowed him just to hang in there. And you're going to take a look at it and see where this ball was thrown. And for him to be able to come back and make a play, like this would be a great win for this Philadelphia organization. And let's say this about the game coming up next week for the Rams. Unless something crazy happens here, they'll go into that game with a 1-game lead on Seattle. But if they don't win that game, they lose the head-to-head. They would have been swept by the Seahawks. So that's a huge game coming up. It's lateral time. Austin. It's taken by Philly and Brandon Graham for the touchdown. Eagles win it. And they go to 11-2. The announcement was made by Craig Rolstad that they will, as we should all know by now, kick the extra point. Nick Foles, well done. And if he made one throw that made a difference in this game, it was that 3rd down throw to Nelson Aguilar. That was not easy, and he dropped in a beauty for a big 1st down. Charlottesville, Virginia, and then his next 10 to charity. Special guy. Big win for the Eagles. We'll come back and wrap up this day after this.
well done. Versatile.
Aguilar checks back into the game for Philadelphia. Second down. All day to throw. And in the back of the end zone, that is Alshon Jeffrey, and that is a Philadelphia touchdown. So on his first drive as a starter, Foles marches a team down the field. He goes 4 for 4 on the drop, the 10-yard line. Blitz coming again. And that is a touchdown to Zach Ertz.
It's a nice double move by Zach Ertz. Adams actually is in good position, but he uses his big body. He's going to come here and come back in.
Inside the 9-yard line. Almost midway through. Between the 8 and the 9-yard line. Short throw wide open in the end zone. And that is Burton, who had a couple of touchdown receptions and indeed warmed by the fire. This Philadelphia Eagles offense, the highest scoring team in the league.
Nothing kills a defense like a lack of communication. I got him, you got him, nobody's got him. Right here between these two guys. Nobody's communicating. Eli Apple, the safety right here, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie are going to jump one guy. You see that? And it's easy pickings for Cromartie. Mental errors will kill.
He has 3 touchdowns without an interception. Weiss has worked with a short field. And now looking to the corner of the end zone to Aguilar, and that's a touchdown, Philadelphia. 4 touchdowns for Nick Foles, and this is his first start of the year.
And what we're seeing is trust each series building and developing between receivers.
Defensive lineman, he can't see you coming, so we call it a wham block. I didn't call it that. Someone else gets credit for that.
You've used it nicely. Here's a Jai on the screen. A Jai inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
This center should be in a Pro Bowl. There should be an investigation. Kelsey.
Well, he's an alternate. He may get there.
I don't know what you're looking for on your ballot. I might just throw it to Patterson and see if he can run through everybody.
Yep.
Perhaps the play where you try to lateral it around. It's going to be a short throw. Cooper. Richard, as so often happens, they're going the wrong way. We've seen this happen before as well. The defense scoring on the last play of the game. Derek Barnett. Merry Christmas in Philadelphia.
This is as good a defense as I've seen in Philadelphia since Buddy Ryan had Reggie White, Jerome Brown, and the boys. You a long way. Quick throw to Amari Cooper. He laterals it to Richard. It's a bad lateral to Carr, and there's another first-round pass rusher, Derek Barnett.
The fourth down play is Blunt to the outside, and then he goes for a touchdown. Trey Burton leading the way with a block.
Trey Burton, Al, as you called it, you just could not have executed that play better.
He has to come out on this 3rd and 8. Four men on the rush. Keenum throws. He's picked. Patrick Robinson back the other way. Looking for a block. Gets it. Robinson for the touchdown. Defensive end, he's going to come off the edge, and he's able to get around Hill, and he gets Keenum's arm, it looked like, because the ball sure came out funny, him trying to get it to Thielen, and yeah, you see there as Chris Long comes in, and hits the left arm and then into the chest, and it changes the throw, and he's not able to get enough on an underthrow interception.
It's a 50-yard return by Robinson, who had a career-high 4 interceptions this season. For Zach Ertz on this drive. First down from the 11. LeGarrette Blount. Touchdown! Just pulled his way in.
Brandon Brooks, their right guard, he's an outstanding player, and he makes a key block. Then it's one-on-one. It's Blount and Sendejo in the hole. One-on-one, who's going to win that? And there's your answer. And he does a lot of different things out of this third and long situation, and one of them is hug up these linebackers.
Xavier Rhodes on the bench, not out there on 3rd down and 10. And Foles able to get away and throw. Pass is caught. Jeffrey, touchdown.
You're going to see the pressure, first of all, by Everson Griffin. Normally, a quarterback holds the ball this long. You are not going to get the ball down the field. And there's a double move on Terrence Newman. Alshon Jeffrey, he runs the square in and go coordinator that you're going up against, and he's been one step ahead of Mike Zimmer all night.
The Eagles are 6 for 8 on 3rd down. Flea flicker. Foles launches downfield. Smith. Touchdown!
We talked about it coming into this game. Torrey Smith, they've had a hard time this year really getting him involved in the deep balls, and you see that he slow plays it coming off the line. He takes off. Harrison Smith, normally he has the range to make this play. He's not able to get there, but how about the throw by Nick Foles? Again, he has to gather himself in the pocket, and that's the only place that Torrey Smith can make a play on the ball before Harrison Smith gets there. Narrative of their careers, and Nick Foles has seized the opportunity.
On 3rd down and goal, Foles surveys, fires, touchdown Alshon Jeffrey.
Eagles sideline ball at the 34. Off play action. Going for it all into the end zone, and it is caught. Alshon Jeffrey for the touchdown. He beats Eric Rowe, who made the big play on the first drive to hold him to a field goal, but not this time. The former Bear, 34 yards and a touchdown.
And Nick Foles told us, he said, early in this game, I want to be able to take my shot. And there goes his big guy. As we have seen, these Philadelphia Eagles have a way of playing above the rim. You watch these receivers come on the field, you think you're getting ready to watch an NBA game. They go up, box out, rebound, and they've been putting points on the board with that formula all season long. He already has one long touchdown, big play there.
2 touchdowns in the championship game against Minnesota. Blount is in the backfield. LeGarrette Blount swings to the outside, inside the 10. Blount to the end zone. Behind a Selleck block. His 11th career postseason TD.
Most athletic center in football. Watch him get out in front of this play. Not only gets the initial cutoff, which you have to have on those outside zones, stays with it. One more push down the field, gets a Landon Roberts out of the way, and there you go. For LeGarrette Blount, how sweet is this payback?
Team in almost a decade, 1-for-1 in the 2 playoff games. Doug Peterson, what a job he has done. Long-time backup. Dan Marino was in front of him in Miami, and then for many years Brett Favre on Andy Reid's staff when he got into coaching in the NFL. A decade ago, he's coaching high school in Louisiana.
This is an unbelievable call. This is like going for the onside kick against Peyton Manning, because you don't want him to get the ball too many times. You don't think you can hold him out, and here we go. This could decide the game.
4th and goal. And they're going to snap it, and it's Trey Burton who throws, caught. Foles, touchdown. How do you figure? They go to the very, very, very back of the playbook for the touchdown.
Trey Burton, a college quarterback, and watch all the action. Foles is going to sneak over here, direct snap, everybody comes up, and here we go. What a play call by Doug Peterson. This play call has a chance to be remembered as one of the all-time greats, just going for it and to complete the pass that the Patriots could not. He's played in 3 playoff games, this being his 4th, and he has been tremendous in all of them. Doesn't turn the ball over. Put the kiss of death on him. I think I'll shut up now.
3rd down and 6. That line does a good job to pass into the end zone, and it is Corey Clement. Yes, touchdown. Two officials check with each other, back of the end zone, 22 yards on what was a 3rd down and 6.
Straight down the field. That's Marquise Flowers, a 4-5 sprinter out there on him. And how many times, Al, do we come into the Super Bowl and we say, who is it? Who's the unknown?
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, we looked at that. It looks like it can go either way. He begins to lose control, but he's got to get that left foot down there. They contend that he has control here, pins it with his arm, starts to come out. Clearly the left foot, the second time it came down, was out of bounds.
I give up.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I give up. If that ball's...
Certainly go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point game. First things first. 3rd down and 7 from the 12.
Zach Ertz out wide, one-on-one.
Clement flares out to the right, caught over the middle and into the end zone. Zach Ertz for the touchdown. And again, all you can think back to now is the Jesse James play with Pittsburgh. Does he complete the process?
I don't know. That ball comes loose. He does catch it. But at what point is it loose on the ground?
Gets inside McCourty, who stumbles. Ball pops out.
I'm not even taking a guess.
No.
It as he was rolling over, it looked like that's when the ball came out. Does he control it when it gets off the ground? There is. Does the ball actually make contact with the ground?
He has control of it here. Ball pops out. If you receive it, it's another thing. If they rule that he was a runner, it's going to stand.
After review, the receiver possesses the football, becomes a runner, breaks the plane of the goal line. The ruling is confirmed. It is a touchdown.
They have to go for 2. Julie Ertz soccer star just watched her husband get into the end zone.
Was he a runner? Would he have gone to the ground? I think there was contact on the part of McCourty there off this ball.
Brady under pressure, escapes the sack, launching one for the end zone. It's a jump ball and it's incomplete. And Gronk was there. And time runs out.
This is the end of the game.
And for the Philadelphia Eagles, the long drought is over. Finally. Last championship, 1960, pre-Super Bowl era. And the Philly fans, the dream has finally come true.
What a football game! Jeffrey, congratulations on your first World Championship and bringing home the Vince Lombardi Trophy to the city of Philadelphia. That sounds good, doesn't it? What an amazing turnaround for your organization and your fans. Congratulations and enjoy your first Lombardi Trophy in Philadelphia.